think because arguably it's just easier to be a man, and so therefore you're like, well, it's easier for you to get a raise.
Why is it easier to be a man when men?
I mean, the gender pay gap just says it all. And
okay,
it's really
but there's also a gap in like men commit suicide more.
Yeah,
men are dropping out of colleges more.
But that's toxic masculinity that men can't speak about.
So then why are we saying that there's like a patriarchy when men have it hard too? Could it be possible that men have a harder life than women?
Yeah, of course it could be possible. Of course it could be.
Okay.
There are some men who thrive and succeed because they're a man, because life is easy.
Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. My dad's top 0.5% of earners. Okay, he's the white man, right? But here's the thing: he worked 80 hours a week my whole life. I didn't get to see him.
Yeah.
How is that like the patriarchy when my dad put in 80 hours every week his whole life, like from the time I was like a child, right? Missed a lot of shit. Like he earned that.
Women should have equal rights, 100%. For the space of the last 20-ish years, women have not only equal rights, better rights, for the most part, in the Western world. The only women I hear complaining about equality of rights is Western women. I never hear that from my mom's Eastern European friends or Middle Eastern friends. They never talk about it, ever, right? And there is actual oppression that goes on in some Middle Eastern country. You've got these Western women who don't want to admit their own privileges. You know, simple things like, if you are a woman, as long as you're not obese, you're gonna have a man who'll take care of you.
So if the woman is the prize, what would that make the man?
A piece of shit, worthless wallet.
The wallet.
This girl's podcast right here is called the All Men Podcast. Feminism has went too far, chat. Welcome back to Cam, or Kill All Men. You guys call me an incel, misogynist, toxic, whatever. I'm problematic. This fucking bitch has a podcast called Kill All Men. This is feminism nowadays. On this show, I talk about how much I hate men and how to be safe around them, because let's be honest, you can't avoid them. You can. Find a good one, put on a burqa, and stop going outside dressed like a fucking whore.
Hey guys, today we're going to go over Jason's story of how he dated a toxic feminist and how she suffered him emotionally. Also, let me know what you think about this type of content, where I tell stories. Hey everyone, I'm Jason, and I'm 22 years old. For a short time, I dated this 21-year-old woman. During our brief time together, she took every opportunity to explain to me why she finds men intolerable and why women are superior in every way. To what end did she treat me like a criminal on the days she was just plain grumpy? Since I was a guy and all, she had no other explanation for her actions. There was nothing I could have done wrong that would have caused this. When she walked in on me while I was reading a biology textbook, she spewed, "I'm fed up with all of you. All you men do is sit on your bum and everything gets handed to you for doing nothing," which I admit irked me. I was harassed as a child, ran away from home when I was 17, and supported myself and my studies through a series of odd jobs and occasional schooling. So what does she do then? She sits around all day playing video games while her mother foots the rent money and wonders why nothing good ever happens to her. But it seems like I'm the one who gets special treatment. One day, I muster up the courage to ask, "Do you actually know the true meaning of feminism?" She obviously gave me the wrong answer when she went on and on about how important it is for women to gain power. I'm just going to tell you to Google it, because some of you might agree with what she said. Feminism advocates for gender equality in all areas of life and reject the notion that one gender should dominate another. During the first few months of our relationship, she frequently used the term feminism to insult me, make me feel ashamed for being a man, and even accuse me of being a criminal because I did not cater to her every whim. I hate to admit it, but I was too afraid of the girl to do anything about it when she ended the relationship, so I let her demonize me as much as she wanted. I uprooted my life and moved across the country, telling everyone I was seeking a fresh start away from her. Since feminism is not a unified theory, Jason, there is no true meaning of feminism. From classical feminists to post-Marxist feminists, the spectrum of feminism is a long one. The earliest feminists weren't concerned with essentialism or other theoretical issues. They just wanted women to be able to vote. Modern post-Marxist feminists are less radical than the public assumes. They challenge the left's tendency to dismiss gender roles as meaningless social constructs, exactly asterisk, when the topic of women's rights is in the spotlight. Perhaps it is just the millennials, but I have found this to be true of virtually every feminist I have ever spoken with. perhaps not quite to that degree, but with similar core convictions. They play the gender card by arguing that men are to blame for all of the women's ills, and that feminism is simply a means for women to reclaim their power. On the one hand, they are independent queens who don't need any man, and on the other, they are girl bosses who aren't responsible for their actions because they are women and patriarchy keeps them down. People will often make comments like, "Don't you know I'm a woman?" How dare you talk back to me and hurt my feelings? I think feminism is one of those things that has been tainted to the point where we need to start over. The movement can no longer count on people's support. Many people purposefully seek to confuse matters. The cycle continues as follows. A media source spreads nonsense. An ignorant person believes it. He passes it to another ignorant person. And the second ignorant person shares his or her belief with others or teaches it to children. The cycle continues, perhaps for decades. By this point, many women have been misled into believing that feminism has always taken a different form. What's your take on modern world femininity? As I said in my previous video, modern world femininity is a threat to gender equality. In fact, equality has never been at the center of the feminist movement. It is about power. Feminists are actively engaged in a struggle against men with the aim of eliminating them. You can't have equality and be a protected class. You get to choose one or the other. Also, guys, never date a feminist. She's probably been infected by society. We don't want to take any chances because our time is precious and should be used for important things. Hope you get me. That's all for today, guys. If you found value in this video, don't forget to smash the like and subscribe button to get more dope content like this every day. Till next time.